Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Justyn and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be filming a part 2 to my last video, which was me basically sharing how I lost 50 pounds in 4 months. So if you haven't already watched that video, make sure you go ahead and watch that first. I will put the link for that down below in my description. But for today's video, I went on my Instagram and I actually asked you guys to ask me questions, any specific questions that you wanted me to do. And I got way more than I was expecting, an abundance of questions. So I'm basically making a completely separate video just to sit here and answer them. Now, before I get started with this video, I did want to say that maybe like 40 to 50% of the questions were fitness related or gym related, and I do just want to kind of give a disclaimer out there for those who don't know. But I lost the first 50 pounds without going to the gym. And as of right now, it's been about a month since I lost 50 pounds. As of now, I am trying to start going into the gym and I'm slowly like transitioning into that. But just like for the record, the first 50 like had nothing to do with the gym. So all of these questions that are asking me like what I did, like what kind of workouts I did, stuff like that, I really can't answer. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So now that that's settled, let's go ahead and get into these questions. What made you decide to do WW? So basically, I was on Instagram scrolling one night and I ran across Felicia's page. If y'all don't know Felicia Fitness Health, I ran across her page. Someone had posted her before and after picture. And so I went and looked at her page and I was just like shocked at the kind of food she was eating, because she posts a lot of her food. And I was just like, how is she losing weight eating like this? So that's kind of what made me a little intrigued about it. And then I basically stalked her whole page, her whole YouTube page. And then I saw a couple other people who were doing WW. And then the next day I went and I signed up. So yeah, that's pretty much how I found out about it. Have you ever felt restricted? With Weight Watchers, no, I haven't. And it kind of takes a mature mindset to understand this, what I'm gonna say, but as far as how I am now, no, I don't feel restricted. But as far as like the old Justyn who used to binge and eat thousands of calories a day, yes, I would feel restricted because clearly I'm not eating as much as I ate then. But to sum it all up, no, I don't. You know, I love ice cream, and when I first started Weight Watchers, I had ice cream every single night. Like that Halo Top, I had it every single night. My favorite candy is Reese's, and you best believe I have Reese's every single day. Now I just have the sugar-free ones. But as far as like, there are some things that I used to like that I don't have that much anymore, like fried chicken and just eating out like burgers and fries. But for the most part, no, I don't feel restricted. Have you experienced sagging skin as a result of weight loss, and how do you feel about it? So as of right now, no, I don't have loose skin. But as far as how I feel about it, you know, I still do carry most of my weight, my problem area in my stomach, and I'm aware of this. And as I'm losing weight, I'm noticing that basically, you can't really see my stomach on here, but my stomach is like dropping down and it is sagging over my pelvic area. So instead of it kind of being really round and like full of fat all up in here, it's like sagging down. So realistically thinking, I'm pretty sure that once I've lost all my weight, I will have loose skin. And how I feel about that is, honestly, I think by now I've gotten so comfortable in the thought of loose skin, and that is because, you know, I've been trying to lose weight for years, and I've had this YouTube channel and also my Instagram where I only follow weight loss people on there, and I've seen so many of them lose weight and then get the surgery and then like they're good, that I don't know, for me it's not like a big scare factor or something. It's kind of like, okay, that's just the next step. Like once I've lost the weight, I'll just get a tummy tuck. So yeah, I'm not gonna be tripping when it happens. I'll have to save up and stuff. As of right now, I haven't done like any research or anything, but yeah, that's something like when that time comes, I'll worry about it. But right now I'm just worried about losing the weight. So I got a couple of questions about loose skin, but also people have been asking me if I have stretch marks, and yes, I do have stretch marks. I have stretch marks everywhere on my arms, all up in here, my armpits, all over my boob area. My stomach has stretch marks all throughout my back. There's literally like this whole band, you can't really see, of area has stretch marks. And then my butt, I've had stretch marks on my butt since I was a kid, so yeah, that, and then my inner thighs have stretch marks. So literally my whole body is covered in stretch marks, and what can you do? I'm struggling with maintaining my weight loss journey. I start, then stop, and then repeat. Any advice? Okay, I actually just said this in my last video, but this may sound harsh, but honestly, if you're tired of starting your journey over, don't quit. Literally do not quit. If you mess up, if you have a brownie or a piece of cake or whatever, like, okay, fine, it's okay, but don't allow that to completely derail you and take you out of it altogether. Like, you have to get right back on it. So if you're tired of starting it over, don't quit. What's the best thing about WW? Why do you think it's working for you? Definitely the flexibility and the freedom with it, because with other diets that I've tried, they would always like with keto, when I was doing this one diet, they would give me a list like, you can't have any foods on this list. Or there was another diet that I did where they gave you a list and they were like, you can only have foods on this list. But with Weight Watchers, you can have whatever you want. You just have to stay within your daily Smart Point budget. So for me, that's amazing because it's freedom. Like, I get to choose what I want to eat, and it's working for me. Okay, this one doesn't have anything to do with weight loss, but I got this question a lot. What do I work as? I am a SMT, which is a sessioning. I work in the laboratory in a hospital. So I am not a nurse. I know a lot of people think I'm a nurse because I wear scrubs, but no, I'm not a nurse. I work in the lab. Favorite breakfast on WW? As far as like breakfast food, I stick to the same stuff. Once I find something, I pretty much stick with it. But I just like eggs, and right now I'm loving the chicken apple sausage. Do you eat your weekly points? Okay, so I am just now, like currently starting to use my weekly points, but I will say that probably for the whole 50 pounds that I lost, I maybe went into my weeklies once. Like, I did not mess with weeklies back like when I first started, and the only reason I've really been using them now is because I've like gone out to several events, and I just, I've lived a little, and I've decided like, okay, the weeklies are there for a reason. But when I first started Weight Watchers, no. Do you still eat out once in a while? Kind of going along with my weeklies now, yes I do, but back before, no, I didn't. It was probably like maybe 3 months, not 3 months, but I would say the first 30 pounds before I ate out. And if I did, it was like once, and then I didn't do it again. And it wasn't because I was scared to eat out. It was more so I really didn't have a reason to eat out. Like, I wasn't going anywhere or doing anything. It's just so happening that now in my life, things are picking up. Everybody's having birthdays and weddings and stuff, and so it's giving me a reason to go places. I'm worried I'm going to hit a plateau. How do you keep going while being positive? I'll say that if you're worried about hitting a plateau, first of all, I wouldn't worry about it. If you hit a plateau, then deal with it then, but don't worry about hitting a plateau, because that's kind of unnecessarily worrying about something. But I did go through a tiny plateau. Right before I hit my 50 pounds, it seemed like it was never gonna come. And I think you can do two options, and one is to push through, which you keep doing what you're doing, and eventually, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as far as eating right and exercising, you will get through your plateau. Or the second option is to switch it up. Sometimes your body, or our bodies, can get so used to you doing the same thing, so used to the same foods, the same exercises, that it kind of needs like a little jolt of energy, a little restart of something new. So I would definitely try the first one first and maybe give that a couple weeks, and then if you still are in a plateau, then try the second option. Okay, I think the top question people are asking, and they've been asking it like several different ways, is about motivation. How did I stay motivated? How do I plan to stay motivated? Who motivates you? Stuff like that. So I mentioned this in my last video, but basically I don't stay motivated. I just don't, and that is when self-discipline comes into play. And so I went on a whole spill about that in my last video, so I'm not gonna drown y'all with all that information. But basically, I don't stay motivated. I practice self-discipline, and that's what helps me to push through. As far as what gets me motivated, I can't answer that. And for me, what gets me motivated is seeing other people's like before and after pictures, seeing my old pictures, because I wasn't always overweight, so seeing myself like smaller. Now that I'm actually losing the weight, my own progress kind of motivates me, because you know, for me, I'm like, well, I've already lost 50 pounds. Like, I'm not about to go back now. Like, I don't know, that motivates me. And then like health reasons also motivate me because I've stopped snoring. I don't know if I've said that on this channel, but I have stopped snoring. I've had like more energy, like, so like health stuff, that kind of motivates me as well. And then also I will say that sometimes like people's reactions motivate me because I get a lot of love here on Instagram and everything, but also like whenever I go home and like my mom gets to see me or my grandmother, or you know, I'm about to see my dad, I haven't seen him this entire time, you know, seeing people's reactions, like they can actually see a difference, that also motivates me as well. What is my goal weight? So for me, I've always kind of said around like 140 pounds. But honestly, I haven't been that small in so long, like in a very, very long time, since I was in high school, that it's really hard for me to imagine like what I'll be like when I get there. So I think I'm really not chasing a goal weight per se. I'm kind of chasing more of what I want my body to look like and how I want to feel. So once I get closer to that, like I'll reevaluate it. If I'm happy around like 170, then that'll be good for me. But if I do want to continue to lose weight, then I'll do that as well. Have you become more confident since losing the weight? Definitely yes, I have. And I'm not all the way there yet, but I've like gotten so much better with confidence and not being so insecure anymore. And I think you guys can also see that because just by what I wear, like I haven't worn a tube top, I don't think ever, and I just filmed 2 videos in it. So that, and I've also started wearing crop tops. So I've been wearing like more revealing clothing. Now I do wear that in the comfort of my own home, but I've wanted to like go out more, and not per se like the club or anything, but just for me, going out is as simple as like going into a grocery store or going into Ulta or to the mall to like shop around. Like that for me is a big step because I used to not ever want to do that. But yeah, I can definitely tell that I've become more confident. Have you struggled since you have started WW? Yes, I have. And I was thinking about this the other day because I don't want to kind of appear on social media as if everything is fine and dandy and I'm losing weight and everything's good, because I have struggled. And even just recently, like with eating out and stuff, yeah, I do struggle with that sometimes. My first 50 pounds, I will say I was definitely like on the grind, like getting it, you couldn't tell me nothing. But now, I don't want to say like I've fallen off, but I have kind of slipped up a little here and there. And so I have struggled, but I think for me, what's most important is I struggle and then I get right back on. I don't struggle and just like completely give it up. Have the people around you started to notice a change since you've lost weight, as in not necessarily like your physical stuff, but personality wise? I mean, I guess I would say so. I haven't really like asked anybody that like flat out, but I think my coworkers, I know when I first started working there, I was way more like shy and timid and kind of just didn't want to say anything to anybody. And now I'm more like, I'll joke around with people, I'll be the first to speak to people. So as far as that, like, yes, I think my personality has changed. And then as far as like me going out more, you know, I used to avoid family events. And this weekend I'm going to like a wedding, Easter, and going to like to see the birth of my sister. So it's like a lot of family events like combined in one, and I'm so excited and ready for it. So as far as that, I think yes, my personality has changed because I'm way more sociable than I was back before. Were you intimidated because Weight Watchers is mostly older people and you're so young? OMG, I can't believe you've lost 50 pounds in 4 months. Thank you. Yes, I was intimidated when I first went in to Weight Watchers. I think I want to make a video just about my first experience because it's such a funny story. But when I first walked into the studio, I don't want to say I got discouraged, but I kind of felt like am I in the right place? Because I was the youngest person. I also felt like I was the biggest person. And not only age and that, but I was also the only black person, so I did kind of feel some type of way. But now that I've been in it for what, 5 months now, I've like found out that it's a lot more diverse than that. And yes, there are other younger people doing it and other black people doing it. So yeah, but at first, yes, I did feel a little type of way. Where do you get most of your meal ideas from? Majority of them come from Felicia. I've gotten a couple just from random like YouTubers. I'll see, like, I'll type in Weight Watcher freestyle meals or what I eat in a day, and I'll kind of get like inspiration from them. But yeah, most of them come from Felicia. Why don't you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables with your meal? I understand you're losing weight, but you're also not getting all the nutrients that you need. I don't really know how to answer this, but honestly, I've lost 50 pounds with eating the way I eat, so I don't want to say like fruits and vegetables aren't important, because they are, but I've still managed to lose weight without eating a lot of them. I will say moving forward, I do plan on eating more of them, just because for one, they're 0-point foods, so they don't even count against me, but also because yes, they are healthy. But yeah, that's why. When you first started, was it hard? Did you struggle, or was it easy for you to adapt to tracking your meals? As far as tracking my meals, that wasn't hard, because I had done my Fitness Pal once before, and even with keto, I used to track my meals, but I would just I would track it, like I would write it down. So tracking my meals wasn't hard, and honestly, Weight Watchers, it really isn't hard. And I remember thinking, like, I was shocked that it wasn't hard, because I went so long thinking that if you lost weight, it had to be hard. Like, you had to, y'all, I used to think like you had to starve yourself in order to lose weight. So I remember whenever I first started Weight Watchers, I was shooketh that, you know, I was still eating and, you know, it was working for me. What is your favorite TV dinner to have? As of right now, it's the Lean Cuisine chicken parmesan. It's like a piece of chicken on a bed of spaghetti. That's my favorite one. I'm just curious, how long did it take you to lose 20 pounds? I think I lost 20 pounds in my first month. I think so, let me see. Okay, so it was like a month and a week, because I started on October 25th and by December 1st, I was 20 pounds down. So probably like 5 weeks. I've gotten several questions about how to get started on their weight loss journey. And as far as like with Weight Watchers, I would just recommend you go to the website and see if they have a studio close to you. And if so, go to the studio when they're open and kind of get more information from the leaders. And then if not, you can join online. But as far as Weight Watchers, like, I'm gonna do a whole video just about Weight Watchers to let people know with that. But as far as like just starting your journey even without that, I would definitely recommend to make a plan. Decide what you're gonna do. Like, yes, you're gonna lose weight, but how are you gonna get there? Like, what you're gonna do. Plan out your meals. If you're gonna start exercising right away, plan out your exercises, and also I will say, like, don't do too much. You can take baby steps towards your goal, but don't go from like extremely unhealthy to like trying to be extremely healthy like right off the bat. Okay, I think that's pretty much all of the questions. A lot of them were like kind of asking the same questions. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I definitely enjoyed answering your guys' questions. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on this journey, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.